because you are the man, the myth, the legend. You got a new mic.
Got a new mic.
Micing it up. Let's see. I'm going to turn it. We'll be right back on the line after I listen to it on HobbiesAmerica.com. Thank you, and we'll be right back. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3. Large amount of feedback. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Let me turn this one down a little bit, see if it helps a little bit. Maybe not, but 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lady Cards. Lady Hawks. Don't like how I sound. Lady Hawks. 1, 2. And this is the beginning of the game.
Testing 1, 2, 3. We are testing mics. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Trying to get our mic straight. Sounds like we've got a lot of feedback and noise. So let us work on this. We'll be right back on the line. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Joe Langston Gymnasium and Nullmark Broadcasting's coverage of the New Mexico Activities Association 2A Girls State Basketball Tournament. Tonight, we are live here in the legendary Joe Langston Gymnasium in Eunice, New Mexico. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero.
Hello, hello.
We've also got Charlie the Man Fairbrush on the camera. There's the thumb, as we've grown to know it here this year. Today's girls basketball game can be heard at hobbsamerica.com by clicking on the Cardinal. You can also watch and listen to the game at Eunice Sports YouTube page. Tonight, the 19-5, number 3 state-ranked, number 3 state tournament seeded Eunice Lady Cardinals, who are the regular season and tournament district champs for District 4 2A, will host the number 6 seed and number 5 ranked Laguna Acoma Hawks out of the District 1 2A. Laguna is 17-9 on the season and the District 1 2A champions. Eunice enters this game on a 12-game winning streak that began in early January. They have 4 wins over top 10 teams during that run. They are young, but they have really improved and grown as the season has progressed. For Eunice, they struggled early this season due to COVID, other illnesses, a few injuries, other issues. Every loss that they had came when they were missing at least 1, sometimes 2 starters. For Laguna, this team has played one crazy tough schedule. Don't let the record fool you, and the record ain't bad at 17-9. They have played New Mexico large school powerhouses across the state, and so they have got an extremely, extremely tough, rough schedule that they have played. Similar to Pecos' schedule, but with a lot better record than Pecos had last week. Eunice advanced to this quarterfinal game by beating Pecos 63-43. In that game, Eunice was led by 6'1" sophomore Caitlin Parsons. The super sophomore led all scorers with 19 points. She dominated in the paint. She grabbed 17 rebounds. She also had 3 steals and 3 blocks down in the paint. She was a force down low. Chloe Jones was next on the totem pole. The sophomore chipped in 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. She also handled the ball most of the game, with Pecos applying the full court pressure. The super sophomore duo of Jones and Parsons has been something special to watch since those two were in junior high.
I concur.
Alina Rodriguez added 12 points on 4 3-pointers. She also passed Gabby Sanchez as the top 3-point shooter in a season in Eunice girls basketball history. She now has 61 threes on the year. Denise Rangel had a very impressive game and a really, really impressive third quarter. She had 11 points, 6 steals, and 5 rebounds. Laguna advanced to this game with an overtime victory over Lordsburg, 48-43. For the season, Eunice has been led by Alina Rodriguez. The freshman has had a record-setting season. Rodriguez currently has 317 points on the season. Araya Mendoza had 349 points her freshman year. Just to kind of put it in comparison, she's chipping at the heels of Araya. She is the top 3-point shooter in 2A girls basketball and the top 10 in the entire state, all classes, and she's averaging just over 13 points per game. Chloe Jones is a sophomore on this Eunice team. She's second in scoring at 222 points on the season. She's averaging nearly 10 points per game. She leads the team in assists with 84. The sophomore currently is top 20 in the entire state in assist. Chloe also leads the team with 129 steals. She's currently number 1 in the entire state, all classes in steals. She's also chasing Araya Mendoza, who had 133 steals her sophomore year. Jones is just 4 behind her, and Mendoza is I think number 5 or number 6 all time on the NMAA list. So Jones is right there in the top 10 for steals in a season. She also leads the team in free throws attempted and free throws made. Caitlin Parsons leads the team in overall rebounds this season. In only 18 games, she's grabbed 193 rebounds and is averaging nearly 11 boards per game. The sophomore's having a great season. She's also averaging right at 11 points per game. A great season for the 6'1" sophomore. She's led the team in scoring the last, I think, 4 games. So big stuff out of her. She's a heck of a ball player and really makes a difference. one thing that I'll mention that isn't on my little list of my rundown is she did injure her knee in that last game. We're hoping that it's that it's good and stays good for this game. Senior Denise Rangel is averaging 7 points per game and over 5 rebounds per game. She's also second in the team in steals. She may be the best ball or on-ball defender on this team. She's fast, she's athletic, she makes a lot of stuff happen. Bella Garrett is another senior starter. She rebounds the ball really well, plays good defense. She's averaging a little under 5 points, 5 rebounds for the season. McKenna McBee is averaging almost 5 points per game as well. She's a freshman that comes in off the bench, plays a huge role, and when she's able to knock down a shot or two from the outside, it really changes the complexion of our team. Jasmine Martinez, Kiki Parker, Alondra Maureen, Aubrey Haller are others that play big roles on the team. The Lady Cards are coached by Vanessa McBee, assistant, and head coach Gary Frazier. Frazier was the longtime baseball coach turned principal, retired, set out a while, worked in the oil field, and came back and is now the girls coach. For Laguna, they are led by junior point guard Erica Martin. She's quick, plays really good defense, kind of reminds me of a Jones-type player. She also drives and attacks the basket on the offensive end. Laguna also has some great size down low. They have 2 players listed at 6 foot plus. One of those at 6 foot, I believe 235 is what the roster has her listed at. They also have another player listed at 5'11". They don't post their stats, so as far as giving them individual credit or recognition, not much I can do. My apologies to the Laguna fans that might be listening. Laguna is coached by Daniel Garcia. Eunice is averaging almost 50 points per game, while Laguna is averaging right at 45 points per game. Eunice gives up about 35 points per game. Laguna gives up almost 40 points per game. So that is my rundown as far as our opening. And we've got just under 3 minutes to go here on the clock before the game is scheduled to start. What are your thoughts, Rosendo?
I think if we play like we did last week, it might be a tougher game. We need to take care of the ball. We need to not add too much pressure to ourselves. Most of our turnovers were simple stuff, forgetting our basics. So if we can just stay focused and play our game, I believe we should come out with the victory, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, as I always mention at the beginning of our games, I think the turnovers are the key. If we can keep the turnovers under control, then we'll be okay. That is the big thing. Turnovers and rebounds. With a team that's got 2 6-footers and a 5'11", rebounding is going to be important for us. You can't let that kind of size get down there and get rebound, put back, rebound, put back, rebound, put back, because eventually one of those shots is going to go in.
I concur.
Yeah, so both teams are out here warming up. Laguna will be in blue, it appears. The Eunice will be wearing, the Eunice Cardinals, Lady Cardinals will be wearing the home white. Right now they're wearing the black overshirt warm-ups. So, like I said, this should be an interesting game. Just kind of some history. Eunice and Laguna faced each other multiple times back during the runs when we had our runs up there at the state tournament. It seemed like we always ran into Laguna up there somewhere, whether it be in the field of 8, which is basically where we're at now. This round used to be up there. Now they're playing it because of COVID. They're playing it, at the home side of the higher side. But then you've got, we played them up there. And then I believe the year that we went to the championship game up there, we played them in the semis. And it was a knockdown, drag-out, heck of a game. So, those folks up there in that part of the state, this is northwestern New Mexico, they take their basketball pretty serious. So both teams are headed over to the bench now. It looks like we're getting ready to do the introductions and national anthem and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we got 45 seconds to the tip-off, so I'm pretty sure the girls are nervous on both sides. So it's going to be fun tonight.
So it looks like they are getting ready to, and Laguna, as they take off their blue shirts, they're going to be wearing black. So Laguna will have the black uniforms on.
And today we didn't give a red out. What's that, red storm? Nothing was posted this week again.
Yeah, I didn't post anything this time. I kind of sat back and so I did see where the school posted something, I think, last night. as far as the as that information goes. They're announcing the players already, and we haven't done the national anthem, so that's a little different. But
that sure is. That being said, we'll give a shout out to the sponsors. We got Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oil Field, City of Eunice, Izzy Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IBS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy.
yeah, so you know, we appreciate all you sponsors for making things happen. We greatly appreciate you. We've had good views this season, and like I said, all we can say is thank you to that for sure. So,
for sure, man. Without them, we wouldn't be able to be here and bring it to the people that are here right now.
Yeah, definitely. So anyway, they're still introducing folks. I guess they're introducing the starters now.
Is that a starter, number 10?
I think that's.
So they don't have any information who's their phenom?
Yeah, what I've been told is that this number 1, that's a junior, is kind of their scorer. Like I said, they don't post any of their stats. So number 1, Erica Martin, a junior point guard. I've been told that she's a heck of a ball player, likes to attack the basket, kind of a slasher, plays good defense, really aggressive. And then, like I said, they've got 2 6-foot posts that do a lot of good things for them. So they're now introducing the Eunice Cardinals. So we're getting a little noisy up here in our area. Want to make sure we talk about our Eunice Cardinals. Denise Rangel's number 0, number 1, Chloe Jones, number 2, Alondra Marine, number 11, Isabella Garrett, number 14, McKenna McBee, number 20, Alina Rodriguez, number 23, Jasmine Martinez, number 30, Aubrey Haller, number 45, Ashley Castillo, number 10, Caitlin Parsons, and number 3, Kiki Parker. Eunice is coached by Gary Frazier and Vanessa McBee. On the Hawks side, man, I will probably butcher half of those as I look down that list. I'll do my best. Number 0, Chirosposi. Number 1, Martin. Number 2, Lorenzo. Number 3, Barger. Number 10, Carrillo. Number 21, Patricio. Number 22, Aragon. Number 23, Lazos. Number 24, Carrillo. Number 30, Villegas. Number 32, Hershey. Number 33, Mariano. Number 33 again, Mariano. I guess I should mark one of those off. I just copied this straight off of Max Preps.
Unless they're twins.
Yeah. Number 34, Kelsey, and number 45, Gedman. So anyway, that's what I've got on here so far. Anyway, it looks like the head coach is going to be Daniel Garcia. And we are getting ready to get started. They are introducing the officials at this point. So, looks like we're going to do the national anthem.
Huh.
So, here we go with the national anthem. All right, so the national anthem has played. Both teams have been introduced.
Everything's moving very, very fast to me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, looks like the officials are running out onto the floor. Well, I say they're running, they're not running, but they're headed out onto the floor.
They're trying out there, so.
Looks like we're getting ready to get started.
We got a full crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of people ain't seen a lot throughout the year.
Yeah, definitely a good crowd. Got a good student section again, which is always huge. And like I said, looks like we're getting ready to get started. Both teams are starting to filter out onto the floor.
So for you, the Eunice Cardinals, we're going to have Rodriguez, Garrett, Parson, McBee, and Jones starting today. The only difference is McBee will be starting today for Denise. And for Laguna is going to be number 23, Sophia. We'll go by your first name, number 45, Sylvia. And Eunice wins the tip on that one. McBee came up to give it over to Jones. Jones throws over to McBee. McBee cannot handle that pass. Goes in and out of her hands. It goes out of bounds. That's the first turnover of the game for the Eunice Cardinals.
Already a turnover. I wonder what's up with Rangel. She
usually gets nervous, remember?
Yeah.
So Laguna brings the ball down. Number 1 gets it, gives it back to 33. 33 back to 1. Back to 23. Down to the post. Dumps it down. But Rodriguez jumps in the passing lane. Comes to steal. She almost stepped out of bounds. Yeah. She throws it over to Jones. Jones makes a couple of moves top of the key, and she almost lost control of the ball. She dribbles it across. Nice screen by Parson. Throws it over to McBee on the right-hand side. Back to Jones to the top of the key. Parson makes a couple of moves. Dribble, drives, and she's called for a travel. That's 2 quick turnovers here for the Lady Cards at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, definitely not a good start for the Lady Cards.
Sir,
2 turnovers. Here comes Laguna back the other way.
Laguna had the ball. Number 33 has it. She swings it over to number 1. Back to 23. Dumps it down to number 10. Kicks it back out to 33. I cannot see your number. Dumps it down to 45. Nice move. Out to 1. She shoots a deep 2 and makes it. Good ball movement on Laguna. Yeah. And they're pressing the ball up there. And I believe
another turnover by Jones. I couldn't see through the crowd.
They're standing up, I believe, until we score.
Yeah.
So that's 3 turnovers on the Eunice Cardinals. Yeah. Number 1 has it for Laguna. She dribbles, throws it back over to the right-hand side. Number 23 back out to 33, back out to 1. Swings it over to 10 on the left-hand side, and she called for a walk. Yep. So that's their first turnover as well.
Yep.
So Eunice is going to get on the side. Rodriguez throws it into Jones.
They're in that man defense here, it looks like.
Extended man defense, huh?
Yep.
Jones brings it up top of the key. Goes around her defensive player. Throws down to Garrett. Bellet gets it. Pivots, throws it over to 14. McBee misses, but is rebounded by Laguna. Laguna outlets it to number 1. She gets it, dribbles the ball top of the court. She looks, swings it over to 10 on the left-hand side. Back at the 33. Back over to 1. Down to 45 in the post. She kicks it out to no number I cannot see. Shoots it, and it was a 3. So the score is 5-0 here in the first quarter. 6 minutes and 24 seconds are left on the clock. Jones brings up the ball on the right-hand side. Stops, goes back in, dribble drives, makes a couple of spin moves. Thumps it up to 20. Rodriguez makes a couple of moves. They throw it down to Parson, top of the key. She looks, makes a couple of moves. Nice Euro step around the player.
Nice.
Makes an easy layup. So the score now is 2-5 here in the first quarter. Laguna brings the ball up. Number 1 has it, throws it over to number 23. Back out to 33. Back out to 1. Back out to 10. She looks, nobody. Back to 33. Back to 1. She takes the ball back out. Oh, throws it down in the corner to number 10. Wide open, makes a dribble move. Throws it back out to number 1. Top of the key. Down to 45. She gets rid of it. Back to 33. Back to 1. Swing pass back to 10. Wide open. Shoots. Misses. Nothing but air, Jimmy Jones said. Rebounded by Eunice by Rodriguez. She outlets to Jones. Jones brings the ball up. Left-hand side. Brings it back to the center court. Makes a couple of moves. Dumps it up to Parson. Parson makes a couple of moves. Dribble drives all the way in for a nice right-hand layup. Misses. But battles, gets her own rebound. Goes back up. Shoots. Misses again, but is rebounded by Laguna. Number 45. Laguna gets rebound. Outlets to number 1. And number one has the ball. She brings the ball down. Gives over to 33, over to 23, back to 10 on the right-hand side. Swings it back to the top of the key. And they swing it over to number 10. 10 dumps it off to 23 in the corner. Back to 10, makes a couple of moves. Ooh, almost got a steal by Jones. 1 dribble drives, throws it into 14. McBee gets it, throws it out to Rodriguez. Leads her too far up, but she controls the ball. Goes it up, makes a nice, difficult, hard layup look easy. Laguna comes back with the ball. Number 1 has the ball top of the key. Kicks out to 33, swings it over to 23. Back to 1, back to 45 at the top of the key. She thought about a deep 3. 10 gets the ball on the right-hand side. Out to 1. Swings it over to 33. Back to 23 on the left-hand side corner. Makes a couple of moves. Almost got picked off by McBee. Back out to 23. Shoots a 3. Misses it, but rebounded by Parson. Outlet to Jones. Jones gets it. She turns to Burns. All the way to the basket. Got to defensive player turning. Nice layup.
Shoot.
Oh, she threw it too hard. Looking for contact. No contact there on the layup. Miss Jones showed up and missed it. But the ball goes out of bounds off of Laguna.
Yeah, so it's 4-5. I've got some people messaging saying our sound and the video are not matching up. There ain't nothing we can do about it. That's going to have to do something with our cell service that runs this.
And that happens throughout the year. And Eunice threw the ball away, but Eunice recovered it again by Jones. Jones gets the ball, dribbles down, throws it up. Once again, misses the shot, but Laguna comes down with the rebound. Outlet to number 1, brings the ball up, throws it out to 10. Back to 1 on top of the key. She shoots a 3. In and out. Rebound by Parson. She's bumped by number 32 from Laguna, but no foul. Outlet to Jones. Jones brings the ball at the top of the key. She dribbles, spins. Nice screen by Parson. Hands it off to Denise Rangel. Back in the game, gives it out to Parson. Parson puts the ball down. It's knocked out by number 1. And they're going to say the ball is going to belong to Laguna. So that's another turnover on the Eunice Cardinals here in the first quarter. The score is 45. 4-5, Laguna Acoma.
Yeah, we've got 5 turnovers already this quarter. 3:25 remaining here, and we're back on the offensive end for Laguna.
So Laguna swinging the ball around. They dump it off to the bottom over to 32. She makes a 20-footer off the glass and goes in. Too easy, too easy. Rodriguez over to Jones. Jones brings the ball down. She dribbles on the left-hand side. Goes back to the top of the key. Does a spin move all the way down to the basket. Dumps it off to Garrett, Parson. Makes a nice move, kicks it back out to Jones. Jones has top of the key. She brings it over, hands it off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez has the ball, almost stolen. Kicks out to Jones. Jones dribble drives, throws up a shot, misses. I believe it was a pass, not a shot. My apologies. She was trying to dump the ball out to Parson while Parson was wide open. So the score is 44-7, Laguna. Number 1 brings the ball up for Laguna. Throws it over number 10. 10 out to 32. Makes a couple moves, swings it back out to 23. She has the ball, brings out to 10, hands it off to 10. Laguna's coach is screaming over, open up the offense. 32 has it, throws it down to 45, wide open for a 20-footer, shoots. Hard off the glass, rebounded by Garrett. Garrett gives it to Denise, all it to Denise. Denise brings up the ball, turn it around, girl. It's your bread and butter all the way. Goes all the way down. Ooh, hands it off to Parson. Parson makes a couple of dribble drives, steps back for a deep 2. Misses and rebound by 32. Laguna, we got to have second opportunities. Rebounds. Oh, number 10 gets the ball, tries to dump it out to number 32, but 32 gets her own shot, kicks it out to 1, shoots and misses, rebounded by Laguna. 23 kicks it out to number 10 for a 3, shoots it, misses, rebounded by Chloe Jones. Gets the ball top of the key. She's coming all the way down, and what are they going to call here?
She was called a push foul.
A push foul.
Yeah, now we got a timeout. So it's going to be Eunice's ball on the sideline. 1:51 remains here in the first quarter. It's 4-7. Laguna has came to play. Eunice struggling on the turnover side. They've got 5 turnovers already here in the first quarter. They got to settle down and play ball. And then also I think we've got Caitlin Parsons, and she's stepping out to help move the ball, but she's playing too far from the basket. A couple of her shots have been out there dang near to the 3-point line, and it's not that she can't play there, but for us to get those second opportunities, she's going to have to be down low.
Yeah, because we don't have that many second opportunities on either side of the court.
Yeah, and once again, I've got a few messages about the sound and the video. It runs through a cell phone system, and so all I know to say is there ain't much I can do about it.
Jones has the ball. She dumps it down to Parson. Parson throws it out to 20 on the right-hand side. 20 gives it back to Parson. Parson dribble drives, and they're going to call the foul on the floor.
That's going to be on number 1. I had heard coming into this game that she does have some foul trouble issues sometimes.
That's number 1 for Laguna. Martin. Oh, Rodriguez threw the ball in. They almost stole it. She gets her own shot. Gives out to Jones and shoots it. It's a deep 2. I thought it was a 3. It's a deep 2. So the score is 6-7 now here in the first quarter with 1 minute and 28 seconds left. Number 1 brings it down. Gets it out to number 10 for Laguna. Back out to 32 on the top of the key over to 1. She looks. They dump it off to 23. Out to number 10, back to 23. Quick pass over to 1. Gets it, dribbles it back out, looks, picks up a dribble, throws it over 23 cross court, and they're going to call a quick foul on Rodriguez.
Yeah, those fouls like that to me are just careless because they don't do anything for you. I mean, we're 30 foot from the basket. Got to be smart.
So Laguna gets the ball back. Out to number 1, top of the key. She gets it, swings it over 23 on the right-hand side. Thought about a shot. Back out to 10. 58 seconds left. They swing it out to 23. She looks. She dribbles a little bit. Gives it back to 1 on top of the key with 52 seconds left. She looks around again. That's Martin for Laguna. Out to 23. Back out to 32. Over to 1 with 43 seconds left. They sure like wasting that time, huh?
Yeah.
They dump it out in the 32. They kick it out to 10 for a deep 3. She shoots. She misses off the back of the rim and rebounded by 20. Rodriguez outlets to Jones. Jones over to Garrett. Garrett puts the ball down and the ball's poked out of bounds by number 10 by Laguna. They're too fast for us on that.
So 30.5 seconds, so basically just over 30 seconds remaining. Eunice will have the ball on the baseline.
Rodriguez.
This one's the one you want to adjust.
Rodriguez gets it in to Parson. Parson misses completely, rebounded by Laguna. Outlet to number 1. She dribbles the ball at the top of the key. She throws it over to number 10. Right-hand side over to 32. Back up top of the key to number 1 with 14 seconds left. Down to 23 on the left-hand side. Back out to 32. They throw the ball down to 45. Number 10 is wide open. She drives out to 1. Oh, 23 thought about a shot. Number 1's way out. She's going to shoot it maybe mid-court. Misses it. Rebounded by Eunice Cardinals. That is the end of the first quarter. It's 6-7 Laguna. And shout out to our sponsors real quick. IPS, R360, XL Energy, Park Energy Service, BCH Service, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, Lasco Construction.
Yeah, so that first quarter, you know, Laguna came out and where they played well was they forced Eunice. I say forced. Eunice turned the ball over too much. And that led to them getting more offensive touches down here and more opportunities. Once again, we had 5 turnovers is what I have us listed for in that, in that first quarter. So we've got to clean those up a little bit. Otherwise, we just got to relax and play basketball.
Exactly. I was going to say, relax, go out there, do what you're supposed to do. You know your game. And watch those ticky-tack fouls like you said earlier.
Yeah, so we're going to get ready to start the second quarter. It's going to be Laguna's basketball. They're going to throw it in right here in front of us. They'll be going from our left to right. And here we go.
Number 1, Martin has it for Laguna. She dribbles down, throws it out to 22. Aragon back out to 32. Hershey out to 23 for Laguna. They swing it down to number 10 on the corner. She's partially blocked. But the loose ball, Jones comes up with that loose ball. She dribbles down on the right-hand side, gives it down to Parson. Parson makes a quick move. Once again, shoots it up and is rebounded by Laguna, but they're going to call a foul on Eunice Cardinals.
You know, that's what I was talking about earlier in that first half. That's not her game out there trying to shoot the step back around that three-point line.
That's very, very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, that's not something we've seen from her.
So number 1, Martin brings it down for Laguna out to 32. Back to Martin. She shoots a 3. And it's flat, but he's going in, so that's a 3 for Laguna. The score is 10-6 now here at the beginning of the second quarter. Jones brings the ball down. She brings it down, keeps dribbling down, throws it out to Denise. Brings it down on the right-hand side, dribble, drops a little bit, picks up her dribble, throws it over to Jones, almost got stolen. Jones goes out and chases down, back to Denise. Why are they so close? Jones has the ball, throws it down to Parson. Free throw area. Makes a couple moves. Jones comes up on the backside, dribble, drives, and she is fouled as she goes in for a layup. She is fouled by number 45, Sylvia.
I think that's going to, was that 2 on her, or I could be wrong. That other one might not have been her earlier.
That is 1, Coach.
Just 1, so I was wrong.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Yeah, when you start adjusting these, that's the wrong one to adjust.
I was looking over here, so.
Yeah.
And Jones misses the first one.
So I missed that. Let's see here. Let me mark it in there.
She dribbles. Shoots. Looks pretty. Oh, hits everything with the ball. Rebounded by Parson, but the ball's poked out of bounds, out of her hands, and Laguna comes away with it. Martin brings it up, gives it over to 23. She swings it over back to number 1.
The Cardinals have now went back to that zone defense. They started in the zone. They got out of the zone. Now they're back to the zone.
They gave it to 45, and she does the extra pass to number one. Number one misses it, but rebounded by 45.
That's going to be 2 fouls on Rodriguez. She's reaching on that one. Not good.
Not good at all.
You know, she has got to figure out how important she is on the floor, and those little reaching fouls or those fouls that are out here 30 foot from the goal, you just can't pick those up. It's so important for her to be out there on the offensive end.
And that being said, Eunice calls a 30-second timeout.
Over this side.
Oh, it was timeout by Laguna?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's 6-10. We are, early here in the second quarter. Eunice offensively just hadn't been able to get anything going. They don't look bad on the defensive end. I mean, we're, a quarter and a half into this ball game. They've only given up 10 points. That's not too bad. Offensively, they've only put 6 points on the board. So 3 buckets. They've got to get something going offensively.
And that being said, go ahead, Coach.
I was just going to shout out Araya Mendoza, just sent me a message saying she's watching the game. So shout out to Araya. Appreciate you watching. So here we go.
Laguna is going to be inbounding on her own basket. Number 23 gets it in. Hershey gets it in at 22. They dump down to 45, and she cannot handle the pass. And they're going to say it's poked out of bounds by Eunice.
Yeah. So 6:35 remaining here in quarter number 2. It's 10-6. Eunice trails by 4.
Laguna throws it in with number 22. Aragon down to Sofia. 23 for Laguna. Shoots a 3. It's missed, but Kiki Parker got a rebound. Kicks it out to Rangel. Rangel turns and burns and loses the ball on the way down. Number 45 picks it up. Outlets it to number 1. Martin brings the ball down for Laguna. Throws it out to 23. On the right-hand side, nobody's open. Throws it back out to number 1. Swings it back to the top of the key. Over to 22. Back out to 32. Back out to 1. They leave her alone too much. 23 over here in the corner. 23 is wide open. Shoots a deep 2. Misses, but is rebounded by Laguna, number 32, out to number 1. She's out behind the 33. She dribble drives, loses the ball, and then call a double dribble on her.
So that'll turn the ball over to the Lady Cardinals. Once again, it's 6-10. Eunice trailing. We're just under 6 minutes to go. Eunice has 7 turnovers here early in the second quarter. Got to get something going on the offensive end.
And Rodriguez is on the bench. Jones brings up the ball for Eunice. Goes all the way down, kicks out to Parker. Parker gets it, dribble drives, gives it back out to Jones. Jones dribble drives, can skip pass over to Parson. Top of the key, off the glass, misses. Almost got a rebound, but number 1 comes away with it for Laguna. She dribble drives, goes all the way down. They're going to call a foul on Jones on the reach-in as she tried to stop that player going all the way down.
Yeah.
And that's what you're talking about, right, Coach?
Yeah, and right here on this offensive end, if you'll notice, they've matched up and went to the man. We've got someone setting at the high post, so every time Chloe gets around her man, she's running into all that defense again. We've been talking about that all season.
So 23's going to throw it in for Laguna. She gets it into nobody. It was stolen by number 10, Parson. Comes over with the steal, outlets to Jones. Jones brings the ball up to the top of the key. Dumps it down to Parson. Parson turns, looks, gives it back out to Jones. Jones has the ball. She dribble drives. Tries to give down to Martinez. Martinez can't handle the pass. Laguna comes up away with the steal. Number 1 dribble the ball down the court. They give it down to 22. 22 swings it out to 1. 1 has it out to 23. Out to 32. Back out to 23. They're going to try to give it down to 33. Nope. She walked.
Yeah, we transitioned back to that man defense that time down the floor. So Eunice to throw the ball in. 5:02 remaining here in the second quarter. Eunice trails by 4. It's 6-10. They just haven't been able to get anything going on the offensive end.
And the game is moving very, very fast. Jones brings it over to the right-hand side, hands it off to Martinez. Martinez dribbles back to the top of the key, makes a couple of moves. She got rid of the ball, gave it to Parson. Parson dribble drives, goes up, and she's almost got and one. But that was a good no call. Martinez walked there a little bit. So Parsons going to be going to the free throw line.
So it's still 10-6. Caitlin Parsons heads to the free throw line. Her first trip to the stripe today. She makes the first one.
Made it look easy.
So it's 7-10. Eunice trails by 3. 4:46 remaining in the second quarter. Caitlin Parsons, the 6', 1" sophomore at the free throw line.
She dribbles, looks, shoots. Hard off the glass.
It's going to be a foul on Parker, I think.
A lane violation?
Oh, maybe. Oh, never mind. They did.
Lane violation, dribbles.
But they set.
Shoots. Misses again and is rebounded by Parson. She tried to put the ball on the floor. Number one, they call it a jump ball.
It's going to be Eunice's basketball on the jump ball. Get back
And
down there. We're going the wrong way, Eunice.
Keep your heads up, ladies. Let's go. Score is 7-10 with 4 minutes and 41 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Parker is going to be throwing the ball in for the Eunice Cardinals underneath their own basket. They're the confuser is just me.
Looks confused.
Jones comes out, throws it over to Jones on the left-hand side, dribble drives a little bit. Goes all the way to the basket, beats her man, goes up for a layup, and she's fouled as she goes up.
Nice. Yeah, they switched out here on that screen, so Chloe ended up with the post on her, and she was able to drive and attack.
That's what you got to do. That's her second foul on number 10 for Laguna Acoma. Chloe dribbles, shoots, goes all the way in.
And Chloe makes that one. She knocks that one down.
So 8-10. The score is 8-10. Chloe shoots and makes her second one. The score is now 9-10. Laguna. Number 23 is going to be the ball down for Acoma. Top of the key, she has it. She looks around. Jones almost got a steal.
Don't.
Number 23 throws it over to 22. She dribble drives over to back to 23. They skip it over to 10. Top of the key, 10 throws it over to 34. 34 looks down, throws over 23. She brings it back to the top of the key to reset the
smart.
Offense.
Don't pick up the cheap foul 50 feet from the floor.
At 22 has the ball on top of the key, guarded by Martinez. She drives, shows up a shot, makes a layup over there. Swinging hand of Parson. Oh, throw the ball in. 12-9. Scores 12-9 Laguna. Jones brings up the ball on top of the key. She dribbles to the right-hand side. She hands it off to Denise. Denise has the ball. She dribbles all the way down to the left-hand side. She hands it off or tries to hand it off, but they're going to call her for a double dribble.
Yep.
That's another turnover here in the second quarter.
You know, Jazzy's out here. She usually plays like a post position. We've got her out playing the guard. Because Rodriguez is in foul trouble.
But McBee's on the bench. Why did they put her in? Or Maureen?
Well, and Jazzy can play just fine. That's just not her cup of tea. Is up there playing the guard against the full pressure.
So Laguna has the ball. Number 45 has the ball on top of the key. She looks around, hands it off to 23, which nobody's grounded. Gardner Jones comes out to Gardner to give it back out to 45 on the right-hand side. Gives it over to 10 on top of the key. She's by herself. She dribble drives. Does a Euro step, but she's blocked. The shot's thrown all the way mid-court. She's blocked by Parson and then stolen by Martinez. And the ball is going to be called Eunice ball. A non-activity there. And we have a hurt player for Laguna.
Maybe down right here. I can't tell because they're down underneath us. 3:11 remaining here in the second quarter. It is 9-12. It's been a heck of a battle so far. Very defensive game for sure.
So that being said, we can give a shout out to our sponsors. Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, Dia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy. A lot of action going on right now. A lot of people moving around.
Oh man,
this gym's not used to so many people being in here, I guess.
We're not accustomed to having this type of crowd regularly. So
I wish it'd be like this year round when they're winning.
Yeah.
Even if
the folks in front of us, which are my family, knocked over a big old iced tea drink or something. So
is that why it smells like alcohol?
It's all over. Yeah, it's my mom. Anyways, so the whole area right there where the wires and everything are at are now flooded. So if you folks quit hearing us on the radio, that'll be the reason. So we've still got one down here. Want to make sure we shout out to some sponsors. Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker, they're here. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler and his family, they're here at the game. Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, they're here. Brandon Matthews and the rest of the crew. Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian, Nikki, Elma, Aaron, Yadi, and all the gang, several of them are here. Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, Rosendo right here, Matt Coy, Kenny Reed, Miss Hahn, David Gallegos, and all the staff. I even saw David Gallegos here. Herrera's Oil Field, Carlos Herrera and the gang. City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, the Whitmire family, and Redbird Gas, Bart Parker, thank you guys. Oh, I forgot. IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, and XL Energy are our playoff sponsors, so we appreciate them jumping in to help us do some extra game and cover these playoffs. We've had one heck of a defensive battle. This has been a low-scoring ball game. It's 9-12. We're more than halfway through the second quarter, and Eunice has only been able to knock down 3 baskets. The rest of their points have come from the free throw line, which isn't a whole bunch there either.
The only thing about this, the young lady got hurt, and it looks like they won't carry off the court. But Eunice was barely getting the momentum.
Yeah, started getting some things going.
With this long break, long timeout, it kind of keeps crowd out of it. So I can't see what happened to her from here.
I can't either. The Eunice Court, the way the bleachers are in this old Joe Langston gymnasium, it's that old school where the bleachers set up about 8-9 foot above the floor. And so where that happened is right down in front of the wall, down from us. And so I didn't even know she was hurt. And I couldn't tell what they were working on or anything. That was number 23, Sophia Lazos, that they carried off the court. So it looked like they took her straight to the dressing room.
And that's going to be Eunice's ball. McBee throws it into Jones, top of the key. Jones dribbles down. Looks, brings it back over to the left-hand side. Hands it off to McBee. Had a hard time with that pass, but she still kept it. McBee has the ball top of the key.
Go get it. Go get it.
McBee throws it over to Denise. Raquel. Denise throws it over to Bella, and Bella cannot handle the pass, and he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and see, they had the defense shifted over to that other side, and that ball was up there. Bella just struggled to bring it down. So under 3 minutes to go, it's 12-9, and it's Laguna ball.
Laguna ball brings it down. Number 1 brings down, hands over to number 33. She looks on the right-hand side, throws over to 45 as she cuts to the lane. She misses the layup, but is poked out of bounds by number 1. I can't believe that young lady missed the layup, and she came down on her ankle as well. She's limping back. So Jones gets the ball in real quickly. She dribbles up, top of the court.
See, now we've opened this middle up a little bit. If we can get those 2 to spread, but then we're still trying to run the weave.
Oh, and once again, Betty can't handle the pass. She throws it over to Denise. Ball's poked out of bounds. Out by number 1. The ball is recovered by the Eunice player and Laguna player. They call it a jump ball. It's going to be Laguna ball.
You know what? Just going to give my 2 cents here, but I think if we would flatten them out and just let our faster guards, Denise, Chloe, go to work and attack the basket, because they're defenders. They've got maybe 1 or 2 that are decently fast, but they can't keep up with our guards.
No, they cannot keep up with the speed. And our guards are a little taller than theirs. 32 has the ball for Laguna, gives it out to 45, top of the key, back out to number 1. She looks down, kicks it out to number 10, the top of the key for Laguna. Gives it over to number 45. Top of the key, kicks it over to number 22. She shoots a 3, misses, and it's rebounded by Garrett. Outlet to Parker. Parker gives it back to Jones. Jones brings the ball on the right-hand side. And she's going to dribble all the way to the basket. Little hesitation move, nice move. Dumps it off to Rangel. Rangel goes up for a shot and makes it in. So it scores 11-12 here in the second quarter with 1 minute and 44 seconds left. Number 1 brings up the ball. Picks up a dribble, throws it over number 45. 45 dumps it down to 32, but is poked out of bounds by Kiki Parker.
That's good defense there by Kiki Parker down here. A nice baseline, one-handed bounce pass by Jones over to Rangel, who went up and finished. We're going to have some substitutions. The 6'1 sophomore post, Caitlin Parsons comes in. Jasmine comes in as well.
So it's going to be Laguna ball underneath her own basket. Number 1's going to throw it in. She throws it. She tries to force the ball on number 45, but it's stolen by Martinez. Martinez kicks the ball out to Jones. Jones looks over towards the coach, gets a call, makes a nice spin move, but she is tripped. As she spins around, they're going to call the foul on number 1.
I got a message here from the Jow crew saying that Jow's cheering us on. So go Panthers tomorrow, go Cardinals tonight.
So it's going to be Eunice's ball as the ref puts the ball down. He starts counting. Nobody's out there to receive the inbounds. But Jones smartly picks the ball, throws it down into McBee. McBee back to Jones. Jones tries to cut. They give it to her underneath the basket. She has 2 tall people underneath her. They gave it out to number 11. 11 dribble drives, which is Garrett. Throws it down underneath. And it's another turnover. Number 1 brings the ball down. Gives it over to the 22. Shoots another 3. Misses it, and he goes out of bounds. Hits the top of the rim.
So that's going to make it 11-12.
11-12, Eunice's ball.
1:04 remaining here in the second quarter. Got some substitutions going. I still think, see, we've got this middle clogged. I think we flatten them out and let Jones, and I'm a little biased, but let her go to work attacking.
So we got 50 seconds
See, there's
left.
nowhere for her to go right there because
Everybody
she
comes
runs
down and
into the
traps her.
crowd.
So Jones dumps it off to Parson, makes a nice move, kicks it back to Jones, steps behind the three-point line, shoots, misses. Rebounded by number 2 by Laguna. 45 seconds left here in the second quarter. She brings ball down, throws it over to 10 on the left-hand side. Looks, dribbles back to the top of the key, gives it over to 32. One hand on the ball, calls somebody out, throws it over to 22. Over to 10, almost got stolen by Martinez, and she travels. Number 10 travels for Laguna, so that's another turnover for them.
I would say we would try for the last shot here to go into the half with a lead, but knowing us, I don't know that we've ever been able to burn 30 seconds on offense.
Jones brings the ball and gives it to McBee.
Gotta widen out.
You see how everybody gets real close up? Yep. She throws over to Parson, top of the key. She does a hard dribble, and they did not call it carry. And she kicks it out to Bella, gives it over to Jones with 10 seconds left. She dribble drives. Oh, when she hits a wall, and she's driving in there, hits the floor, and she was fouled with 8.4 seconds
And that'll
left.
send her to the free throw line.
And the score is 11-12 here in the second quarter.
So Chloe goes to the free throw line. 8.4 seconds remaining.
Oh, hit a little hard
in
off
the
the glass.
first half. Yep, no high follow through as I've mentioned.
So we'll give a shout out to Park Energy Service, BTH Service Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, as Chloe dribbles, shoots, looks pretty out of her hands. Hits everything but the ball in the net. Rebounded.
No fouls. No fouls.
Yeah, that was rebounded by Laguna. Number 2 brings the ball up. They throw it over. Number 32 shoots, and she's blocked by Parson, and the ball goes way out of bounds. And that's going to be the end of the second quarter. The score is 11-12. Laguna Acoma has the lead by 1 point. Any thoughts?
Yeah, at the end of the first half, Eunice really cut down on those turnovers the second half of the second quarter. And so, they trailed by 1 here, but they really started to get things going halfway through that second quarter. I like what I saw late in the second quarter.
Late in the second quarter. If we can continue that, start in the third quarter, I believe we should be okay.
Yeah,
and we can get Rodriguez off the bench.
Yeah, she spent a lot of that, especially that second quarter, she spent over there on the bench. Shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy. So I want to make sure that we shout out to him. Shout out to my Uncle Kenny. I know he's listening over toward Dallas, so we appreciate you guys listening. Like I said, once again, we appreciate Jal listening, and cheer for them tomorrow during their game. So I was trying to look through here. We got Leanne Reeves listening. Yeah, I've got several people messaging about the sound.
I was a little lagged.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks Leanne Reeves. Thanks Lexi Dean. Jason Herrera, appreciate you guys listening. Numerous other folks on here. So we appreciate you, just trying to shout out to folks.
Have you got any information if when the game go up there and play, what they have to do? Or
yeah, I have read stuff, but I have read conflicting stuff. I literally saw a post shared that had Albuquerque Journal on the top of it, saying that you would not be required to wear a mask or have a vaccine to get into the pit. However, I saw where yesterday some people were arguing about that, saying that was a misquote. And
yes, it is, because I know somebody who works there, and the paper shows what type of bags are allowed to be prohibited to come to the game. It kind of gives you an example what bags you can bring into the pit, which common sense.
And I know about the bags. That's something all arenas do now.
It says masks are optional.
Masks are optional.
When you have proof of vaccination, picture will work, or a negative test within 24 hours.
So basically, if you aren't vaccinated and don't have your proof, then you got to wear a mask. If you are vaccinated and like I said, I'm just getting this secondhand, so this isn't the official word from the NMAA, but that's what we're hearing up here. I think we'll take a step away here for just a few minutes. You're listening to Nomark Broadcasting's coverage of the NMAA 2A Girls State Basketball Quarterfinals. And you can listen at HobbsAmerica.com by clicking on the Cardinal or at Eunice Sports YouTube page. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Joe Langston Gymnasium here in Eunice, New Mexico, as the number 3 seed Eunice Lady Cardinals are hosting the number 6 seed Laguna Acoma Hawks. This has been one heck of a defensive battle here in the first half, 11-12. But to put that in perspective, the Lady Cardinals are averaging about 55 points a game. And so for them to have a half where they only score 11
points, that's
is a credit, kudos to the Laguna defense. But we just haven't been able to get anything going offensively. On the flip side of that, Laguna's averaging like 45 points a game. And they've put up 12 in the entire first half. So it has been a defensive slugfest here early. It's been fairly rough, not dirty rough.
Oh, not dirty rough.
But it's been a physical, rough game. And as far as that first half goes, the numbers that I have here show Denise Rangel with 4, Chloe Jones with 2 on free throws, Alina Rodriguez with 2, Caitlin Parsons with a bucket and a free throw. So that's all we've got. I was trying to keep Laguna's points out here. I have Erica Martin with 5. I have Sophia Lazaus with 3, and she is the player that went off the court earlier, and I don't see her back out here. I have Sylvia Gedmon, the junior 6-footer, with 2. It's been a little difficult for me to keep their stuff because I just don't know who they are, and finding their numbers under the ponies and all that stuff is sometimes tough.
So Laguna's going to get the ball. No, Eunice is going to get the ball here to start the third quarter.
Key's going to be foul trouble and turnovers. We had too many turnovers and foul trouble in the first half. Can't have it here in the second.
So Rodriguez gets the ball into Jones. Jones has the ball top of the key. She makes a couple of moves. Beats her player. Throws it over to Bella Garrett on the right-hand corner.
Give it to her.
People are cutting in front of her. She dribbles back up to the top of the key. Tries to dump it down, and the ball is stolen by 45 by Laguna. That's her first turn over the quarter. Out to number 1, she gets the ball, explodes up to the top of the key, but she slows down, kicks over 22, shoots a deep 3, and makes it in. Just like that, it's 15-11 starting off the third quarter. Jones gets the ball on top of the key. She dribbles it up, makes a couple of moves, gets open, pulls back from driving in, gets back up to the top of the key. A lot of dribbling. She tries to throw it over to Bella. Ball is stolen by Laguna. Laguna gets it out to number 1. Kicks out to number 22. Gets a layup. She misses. Rebounded by Denise Rangel. She turns and burns. Comes over here on the right-hand side all the way down. Wisely pulls back behind the 3. Shoots and misses. Too fast. Nobody's there for rebound for Eunice. And Laguna rebounds. Number 1 brings back the ball for Laguna. Down to 45, wide open. Turns around, shoots. Makes an easy layup. Nobody was there to guard the basket. So Eunice calls a quick timeout. That's not a very good way to start off here in the third quarter. The score is 17-11, 6 minutes and 56 seconds left in the third quarter.
I'd like to see some offensive adjustments. We're still trying to run this weave. We've struggled with it the whole game.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, and so it's 11-17. We're still trying to run it. Like I said, I'd like to see some adjustments. I see Frazier over there with his dry erase board. I think we're going to have to make some minor adjustments. That's just my 2 cents. It's 11-17. We now trail by 6 here early in the third quarter.
And we shout out to our sponsors real quick. Parker Energy Service, BTH Service Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oilfield, City of Eunice, Seattle Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy. Those are your proud sponsors for tonight's game.
Yeah, and when I say those adjustments, it's easy to set up here in the top row of the bleachers and say what adjustments you'd make. When you're down there, it's not always that easy. So
You've been there, done that, huh?
Yeah, sometimes down there you just get in the heat of the moment. You don't see those little things, but
Jones brings the ball down for Eunice. She brings the ball down to the top of the key. She throws it over to Denise. Denise gets it. Makes a couple of moves. Throws it over to Parson. Parson throws it back. Oh, it's Garrett. Garrett back to Denise. Rangel back to Parson. Back to Denise. And she traveled.
Yeah, I just don't know what we're trying to accomplish there.
I have no idea. So that's another turnover for Eunice here in the third quarter. So number 1's going to bring the ball down for Laguna. Martin. She throws it over to number 10, wide open over here on the left-hand corner. She shoots a 3, misses, but is rebounded by Garrett. Garrett kicks it over to to Denise. Denise throws it back over to Jones. She brings the ball over the top of the key. She dribbles down towards the basket. Oh, nice screen by Garrett. Jones dribbles back all the way around to the top of the key. Keeps dribbling, hands it off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez skip passes at number 11. Gives it back to 20. 20 dumps it down to Parson. Makes a couple of moves, kicks it out to Garrett. Garrett cannot handle the pass.
And another
Hit
turnover.
her hands and went out of bounds. We are so congested on that side, man.
I agree.
So that's another turnover for the Eunice Cardinals. Score is 11-7. Laguna favored. Number 1 brings it down. Number 33 is wide open, top of the key. Shoots, misses, gets her own rebound, but she is smothered by number 10. They're going to call it jump off. Parson gets up in there and makes it a jump off. So the ball's going to stay on this side for Laguna. Parker comes in for Garrett. So Laguna's going to be throwing the ball in under their own basket. Little crossing, kick it out to 22 for a 3, shoots it, and makes it. The score now is 20-11 in Laguna favor here in the third quarter. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left. Jones brings the ball down, kicks it out to Parker for a 3 on her own. She misses. Rebounded by Parson, goes back up, but she was fouled as she was going back up. She was fouled by 33 from Laguna. So Parson will be going through the free throw line. A quick moment, give a shout out to our sponsors, XL Energy, R360, Lasco Construction, IPS. Parson dribbles, looks, shoots, and makes it in. So the score is going to be
12-20.
12-20.
5:40 remaining here in the third.
Parson dribbles, looks, shoot, looks pretty all the way in, made both of her baskets. 13-20. Laguna throws in the number 22. 22 bringing the ball down. The ball's poked out by Jones. Gets a steal out of that. She gets her own steal. Brings the ball all the way back down. Gets her own steal. She dribbles over to the right-hand side. Hands it off to Denise Rangel. Denise does a couple of moves. Top of the key. Kicks out to Jones. Jones thought about a 3. Goes back over to the right-hand side. Keeps dribbling. Hands it off to Denise. Denise dribbles around. And the ball was partially stolen
stole
by.
it back.
It was stolen in their steal. Parson kicks it out to Kiki. Kiki kicks it back to Jones as a post player. Kiki out there behind the three-point line. Throws it down to Denise, but Denise cannot handle the bounce pass. So it has another turnover here in the third quarter.
I just, sitting up here, I can't figure out what we're trying to do. I can't understand what our goal is offensively. I just
So Eunice is pressing, full court press. They hand the ball off to 33, and she walks. Press turned over, made a quick turnover by the Laguna off that press. Desperation time, right, Coach?
Yeah, I don't.
20 turn. Rodriguez throws it in Jones at the top of the key. Jones dribbles on the right-hand side, hands it off to Rodriguez. She dribble drives, throws up a floater, misses, rebounded by Laguna. Laguna out passes number 1, kicks over 10 on a fast break, kicks over 30-45.
There's a foul on Rodriguez, I think.
When she got that, yeah. That's her third foul.
Yep.
That's her third foul on Rodriguez here midway third quarter. And so Parson gets a steal, kick outlet to Jones. Jones gets the ball, turns and burns on the right-hand side. Goes up for a layup, and she's fouled as she goes up. Good job on both ends, stealing the ball and converting, coming over, trying to make a layup. Yeah. Try to get some points on the board. Yeah. So Jones is going to the free throw line here. 4 minutes and 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Score is 20-13.
And we've still got Rodriguez on the court with 3 fouls here early in the third.
So Jones makes her free throw. Shout out to our sponsors, City of Eunice, Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, Herrera's Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BT8 Service Rentals, Parker Energy Service. Jones shoots her second one. Nice follow through, goes all the way down, scores 15-20. Eunice is going to have a full court press. Number 1 gets it over to 45. 45 dribbles the ball, and she turns the ball over, and she falls, and they're going to call a walk.
So the Cardinals clawing back here. They're back within 5. 4:28 remaining in the third. I'd just like to see on the offensive end us clear that middle out a little bit. This girl can't stay in front of Chloe. She'd go to the basket all day long if we can clear it out.
So Jones goes around her player like Coach just said. Jumps it off to Parson. Parson shoots a deep 2 and is rebounded by number 1 from Laguna.
Gotta get
she
back.
turns and burns, gives over number 10. She quickly Goes towards the basket, and she is fouled
by Kiki.
by Kiki Parker. That's one of those tiki-tack fouls. Just go around her. Let your defense get there. Stops the clock, though.
So 4:10 remaining here in the third. It's 15-20. Laguna to throw it in on the sideline.
Number 1 gets over to 22. Top of the key. She gets it. Throws over to 32 on the left-hand side. Swings over back to the 45 at the top of the key. She throws it down to number 1. Over to 22. Can't handle the pass. But she gets it. She's dribbling top of the key. 32 gets it on the left-hand side for Laguna. Dumps it down to 45. Couple of spin moves. Kicks it out to 1. Shoots a 3. In and out. And rebounded by Rodriguez. Outlet to Jones. Jones gets the ball. She slows it down. Throws it over to Denise. Denise gets the ball. Makes a couple of moves. Dribble drives. Oh, she walked. But she threw the ball away. Number 32
and Rodriguez got to get out of the way right here.
And the ball is poked out of bounds by
Rodriguez
Denise.
has got to move. She ran down there, was wanting to try to take a charge. She's got 3 fouls here early in the third. She's got to learn to get out of the way when you're in foul trouble.
Especially in this situation when we're down by
goodness.
By 5.
I want to take a timeout and run down there and say, look, we've got to have you on the floor on the offensive end. We don't need you. I understand a charge, a great thing to take when you're not in foul trouble, but don't hustle down there and try to take any charges when you got 3 fouls early in the third quarter.
That shouldn't even be in your mentality on that point.
Man.
So that being said, the score is 15-20. Laguna's winning. So shout out to our sponsors: Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oilfield, City of Eunice, The Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy.
Well, here comes Eunice back out onto the floor. Laguna's already there. Eunice a little late getting there, so they're already handing the ball, and Eunice is still trying to set their defense up.
Laguna throws it in, number 1 to 22 for a 3 on the left-hand side. She misses, rebounded by Parker. Parker outlets to Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to Jones. Jones brings the ball on the right-hand side of the key. She dribbles, goes around her player very easily.
But see all that cluster in the middle. There's nowhere to go.
The ball was poked out of her hands, but she gets her own steal. She shoots a 3, in and out, rebounded by number 1 by Laguna. Right away they put the ball on the floor. With 3 minutes left here in the third quarter, she throws over 22, back over to 32 on the right-hand side. Skips it all the way to number 1, top of the key. She looks over to 32. 10 cuts. She throws it down to 45. She goes up. She misses, gets her own rebound, and goes back up. And the score now is 22-15 here in the third quarter with 2 minutes and 44 seconds left. Laguna leads. Jones brings down the ball. Right-hand side. A screen. Go. She cuts, makes a nice move, shoots a layup, and she is fouled as she goes up. That's there all night if we can.
Man, that's what I keep talking about. If we can get that middle open to where she's got space to get around it. They don't have anybody as quick as she is.
No.
Quick as a cat. Now, you got to have that space because she's so small to get those finishes. But
she shoots and barely misses on that free throw.
Yeah, misses the first.
I mean, she's doing very well once she gets past that defensive player, and it's open behind her.
Yeah.
So she gets her ball again, dribbles, coach looks away, shoots, looks pretty. Oh, in and out, rebounded by Parson. Went in there, got the fought for the rebound, picked up her dribble, kicks it out to McBee as she checked in the game, shot a 3, missed.
Be smart.
Rebounded by number 1.
Be smart.
And she's going to be fouled by McBee as she just checked into the game. That being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors: IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy. Laguna throws the ball in out to number 1, picks up a dribble, out to 45, 45 over 32. Break the pass over to 32, goes up for a layup, misses, gets her own rebound. No, correction. McBee came down with the rebound for the Eunice Cardinals. Kicks over to Jones. Jones gets the ball. Top of the key. They throw it down to number 10. Parson makes a nice move, goes towards the basket, misses a layup, and rebounded by 45.
Don't pick up one right there.
From Laguna, number 1 gets it. Oh.
Get back.
I would have. Number 1 dribbles around it. That means they dump it off to 45, wide open. Makes a layup. Look easy because that big player was not down. The score is 24-15 with a minute and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Jones brings the ball down. Kicks it out to McBee. McBee kicks it down to Parson. Makes a nice move. Dribbles around 45. Shoots. Misses. Rebounded by Martinez. Kicks it out to Rodriguez. Shoots a 3.
Oh, my
off
goodness,
the glass.
Off the glass.
A deep three off the glass and goes in. So the score is 24-18. Laguna with a minute and 24 seconds left. And Laguna just threw the ball away on the turnover here.
Whew. It's getting noisy. It's 18-24. Eunice trails by 6. Alina Rodriguez went off the glass with a deep three from the corner, and it went off the glass.
That's all it takes. That's all we need. We had a substitution. Garrett's back in the game. So Jones brings the ball over on the right-hand side. Back to the left-hand side. Runs into her own player. Dribbles again. Goes around her own player. Oh, loses the ball. Hands it off to Parsons. Shoots it. Misses. And rebounded by number 1 for Laguna. She gets the ball. Turns and burns. Going up. Rodriguez is behind her. Trying to steal the ball away with the minute. Start the clock. 58 seconds left. Throw the ball over to 32 for Laguna. Brings the ball top of the key to give it over to 45. Back out to 1.
See, they're telling them to run it. They're going to try to run this clock to the last second.
22. 22 thought about a shot. Makes a nice move. Comes open off the glass. Misses, but 32's there for the rebound. And she is fouled by Bella Garrett on the backside with 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. The score is 24-18. Laguna favor.
Yeah, so 44 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. It's 18-24. Eunice trails by 6. Laguna to go to the free throw line. I can't see the number. And they make the first one. That's 32. Hershey, she sinks the first one. She's a senior.
I think that's the only senior, right? If that's right,
that's all I see. Yes, sir.
So she makes her first free throw. She shoots, looks, aims. Shoots again, and she makes the second free throw. So Jones brings the ball up for Eunice with 41 seconds left. She brings it over to the right-hand side. No, switch back over to the left-hand side. Dumps it up to Denise, and she sets the screen for Denise, and Denise goes out, and she is fouled by number 1 with the body. Stops the clock with 32 seconds left.
That was number 1. Is that 3 on her? Yeah,
yes,
that's
sure
3.
Is. So they're going to put number 2 in for her. Lorenzo. Ooh, Jones gets the ball. Top of the key. She dribble drives with 30 seconds left. She beat her man. She just kicked up to the basket. She hands it off to McBee. McBee throws it down to Bella. Bella turns, looks, hard dribble. Hands it off to Parson. Parson goes out, makes a layup. So the score is 20-26. 16 seconds left. 22 has the ball top of the key. Kicks it over to 32.
The rest of her?
They break the press very easily. Number 10 has the ball top of the key. They rotate the ball to number 2, and number 32 shoots a deep 2 in and out. Parson rebounds with 3.0
Got to get a shot
seconds left. Time expires as Chloe has the ball in her hand. Into the third quarter, the score is 26-20. Laguna favor.
Yeah, trailing by 6 here. I want to shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, and Excel Energy. At the end of 3 quarters, it is 20-26. As I mentioned before, we've been averaging over 50 points a game. We're at 20 through 3 quarters, so we just haven't been able to get anything going offensively. Caitlin Parsons has got 7. Denise Rangel's got 4. Chloe Jones has 4. Alina Rodriguez has 5. And those 4 people are the only people that have scored the whole game.
And a lot of the scorers have come off free throws, correct?
Yeah, we've got quite a few that have come off free throws. Looks like 7 points have come off free throws. So just haven't been able to get anything going. We've got 1 quarter remaining. With the exception of Rodriguez, we really don't have anybody in much foul trouble. Rodriguez has got 3, but
the ref put the ball down. Eunice Brady goes out there, and he counted 3 seconds on it before they threw the ball in. McBee threw in the Rangel. Rangel throws it out to Jones, top of the key. She dribbles over, hands it off again to number 14 on the right-hand side. McBee drives towards the basket, shoots, and they're going to call a foul on her as she went up for a shot.
Yeah. I say again, and I've talked about it all season, that the weave is a good play, but if you get to where you're just run that and that's it, the defense starts to
jump the lane.
To jump that lane to keep you from running over the top of the arch.
So McBee shoots her first free throw of the night, and she makes it.
Nerves a steal there by McKenna McBee. She drops the first one. 7:48 remaining here in the game. Eunice trails by 5.
Shoots the second one, makes it. Score is 22-26.
McBee makes another one.
And Eunice is pressing. And we have somebody wide open underneath the basket. They get the ball down to her. She tries to kick it over. She's blocked by Parson, but they call a foul on her as she was going up. So number 32 will be going to the free throw line again.
Yeah,
for Laguna.
The first block I thought might have been a body foul. That one right there, the one that they called it on, I thought they missed that one.
She shoots, makes a first free throw, so the score is 27-22.
I mentioned at halftime, this Laguna team is battle tested. They have had a bunch of these really close games if you look at their schedule, including last week where it was in overtime.
Correct. Shoots and she makes both of her free throws.
It's a 6-point ball game here. 7:35 remaining.
In the fourth quarter. Jones brings up the ball to the right-hand side. This time she keeps the ball. She dribbles all the way down below the key. The ball stolen by Laguna players. And 22 still has the ball. Almost got a steal by Parson. She brings the ball on the right-hand side. She throws it over to number 10. She dribbles the ball to the top of the key. Throw it over to 32. 32 throws a long skip pass to number 1. On the left-hand side, she has her dribble. Brings the ball to the top of the key. They spread their offense out. 32 has it now on the right-hand side. Throws over to 45, and she kicks it out to number 1. Number 1 thought about giving it down to the post. Kicks it out to 10. 10 dribble drives to give it out to 45. Top of the key, back out to 10.
See, they're going to just run the clock here.
And 32 has the key. Has the ball top of the key. Out to 45 on the right-hand side. Out to 22, top of the key. Over to 10. 10 has it. Jasmine's all over her. Martinez. She throws it over to 45. 45 is way out there. Big post player. Goes around her player. Dribble drives all the way to the basket. They're going to call a blocking foul on Jones as she's thrown on the ground. And Parson is still on the ground over there, slow to get up. But she's going to get up nice and slow. That's 2 fouls on Jones. Rodriguez is coming in for McBee.
So Rodriguez comes back in. Down 6 points, 6:41 remaining here in the ball game. They fire it in. There's a steal. Rangel headed the other way.
But Parson is down over here. Rangel goes up, makes a free throw. But Parson is down in pain.
Yeah, we've got Caitlin Parsons down on the floor. I don't know what's hurt, but I missed it. We got a steal. There was a big bunch of people, and then Rangel come running out of the crowd, headed the other way, and laid it in for 2. It's a 4-point ball game, but more importantly for this Eunice team, Caitlin Parsons is down. The staff is out there looking at her.
And they pick her up. That being said, big shout out to our sponsors. Park Energy Service, BTH Service Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy. Proud sponsors of tonight's game. So Eunice is going to be pressing full court again. Hopefully we can get a couple of turnovers out of it. Number 2 is going to bring it in. Throws over 32. Back out to 22. Martinez almost got a steal. 22 brings the ball at the top of the key. She easily breaks that press. They give it over to 32.
Who's got this one?
She's wide open. She throws over to 10. On the left-hand side, she dribbles. They throw it over to number 1.
Get up there.
Number 1 throws over back to 32 on the right-hand side with that one hand. Go please grab it. She throws it out to number 45, top of the key. Number 1 gets it. Thought about throwing it down to the post, nothing. 32 has it. 22 has it. Over to 30. 45. Right-hand side, back up to the top of the key. 2 dribbles. Almost walked. And 45 has the ball. Number 1 has it now top of the key. Jones all over her. Over to 32. She has the ball. They thump it down to 45. She turns, looks, forces a shot, and makes it. The score is 30-24 now. Laguna leading here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left. Jones brings the ball up top of the key. Goes over to the left side. Hands it off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to Parson. Jones misses a shot. And rebounded by Martinez. Misses her shot. Laguna comes down with the ball. They hand it over to 32. Shoots up a wild shot and makes it in. And she makes a gesture, a short gesture. Score is 32-24. Jones brings up the ball. Top of the key. Hands it off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez throws the skip pass to Denise. Went up and got it, but she missed a wide open layup. Rebounded by Laguna. Number 22 has it now. She slows it down. Hands it over to number 1.
That's 3 trips in a row where we've missed a gimme.
Number 1 skips the pass to number 10. Number 10 is looking over to 45. Everybody knew it was going there. 45-1. Number 1 beats her player. Dribble shot, shoots, and she's hit it. But no foul was called. And the ball goes out of bounds off for Eunice Cardinals.
You know, those 3 trips in a row missing gimmies, that would make it a 2-point ball game, but instead it's an 8-point ball game.
I concur.
4:51 remaining here in the ball game. Eunice trails by 8.
Parsons back in the game. Number 1 throws it over 22 on the right-hand side. Shoots a three-pointer. Oh, in and out. But it's rebounded by nobody. Out of bounds by Laguna. The ball's going to go to the Eunice Cardinals with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 32-24 Laguna.
Offensively, we got to get something going here for sure.
Jones brings up the ball top of the key.
See that
Double
cluster,
move? Yeah.
nowhere to go.
They get the ball down to Parsons, goes up, makes a layup. Laguna tries to throw it in. Parsons gets a steal off the inbound play, kicks it out to Rangel. Rangel dribble drives, goes up, shoots it, misses it, rebounded by 45 for Laguna, hands it out to 22. She brings up the ball on the right-hand side. It's poked out. It's stolen by Denise. Rangel on the right-hand side. She brings up the ball on the left-hand side. Woo, she throws it down to Parsons for a deep 20-footer, misses. Rebounded by Bella. Hands it off to Jones. Jones goes up, makes a layup, 28-32. 4 minutes left. Another steal by Jones. It goes up and she is fouled, but it's going to be on the floor. The score is 28-32. Eunice is coming back here in the fourth quarter. 4 minutes are left.
4 minutes to go in this ball game. A steal by Parsons, then a steal by Jones, and points on the board. It's a 4-point ball game.
And don't forget the big steal over here by Rangel.
Yes, on the backside.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
3-3-3. Out Rodriguez throws it in, makes a nice move for a 20-footer, shoots, makes it. The score is 38-32. 4 minutes left in the quarter. Laguna brings the ball down. Number 10 dribble drives all the way towards the backside, makes a move, loses the ball, kicks out to number 1. Number 1 shoots a 3, in and out, but the ball is loose. Who's going to come away with it? It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay over here with Laguna.
3 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the game. The crowd has come alive. Eunice trails by 2. Late in the fourth quarter, we got a barn burner.
That's no lie. Number 1's going to throw it in for Laguna. Laguna gets it, slaps the ball, doesn't know where to throw it, throws it up. Oh, number 10 comes away with it. Denise almost got another steal. She brings the ball at the top of the court, gives it out to 32. 32's out by herself. They have a lead, 32-30. Laguna leads. Number 10 has it on the right-hand side. Takes care of the ball, spins a couple times, throws it over. Parsons goes for a steal, leaves the basket wide open underneath. But Jones comes up on the backside, pokes it out, gets the steal, goes up for a layup. And the game is tied, 32-32. Laguna throws it in. They break the press, 22 brings the ball down. Throw the ball underneath. They give it back to number 1. They swing the ball over here on the left-hand side of number 32. Back out to number 1 on the top of the key. Over number 10 on the right-hand side. She dribble drives all the way to the basket, shoots it up. Shoots, misses. Almost got her own rebound. The ball's on the floor. She does get on rebound, but she is tripped by a Eunice player. And it's going to be on the floor. It's going to be the 1-to-1 situation.
Crowd didn't like the call. 3:01 left on the clock. It's a tie ball game here in Eunice. It's 32-32, and they're going to be in the bonus, so they're going to shoot some free throws here. That's number 10, Carrillo, the freshman, at the free throw line.
So number 10 dribbles. She dribbles, looks, shoots. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
And freshman steps up there with nerves of steel, knocks down the first one.
The score is 32-33 with 3 minutes and a second left here in the fourth quarter. Number 10 shoots again. Misses her second one, rebounded by Garrett Bellett. Outlet to Jones on the right-hand side.
Gilla Barrett.
Oh, I'm sorry. She rebounds. I cannot see nothing. They hand it out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez quick pass to number 10. Parsons makes it. The score is 34-33. Laguna gets it in. Number 22 brings the ball on the right-hand side. She hesitates, tries to throw it down, and she is fouled by Jones as she made a quick move.
Kind of stuck that leg out. I think that's 3 on her, right?
Correct.
So 3 fouls on Chloe. Eunice has got their first lead of the ball game, I believe.
That just slipped that by us,
yeah. So it's 34-33, but now Laguna will go to the free throw line, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout, full timeout Laguna. It's a barn burner here in Eunice. Maybe the noisiest I've ever heard this gym. I'm about to lose my voice just trying to talk on here.
That being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors. Red Bird Gas, the Auto Shop. City of Eunice, Excel Energy, R360, Lasco Construction, IPS, Herrera Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, and Parker Energy Service. Those are your proud sponsors of tonight's game.
Yeah, so it's a 1-point ball game. Laguna coming out of this timeout will go to the free throw line with a chance to either tie it or take the lead. Both teams are now in the bonus, so they'll both be shooting from this point forward. Like I said, I'm about to lose my voice just in what we've done.
It's been a battle up and down. Eunice finally walked up there towards the end, and we're ready to go.
Yep. So here comes Eunice out of the timeout. They're always a little slow coming out of them
Very
timeouts.
slow, not little.
We've seen them lay the ball down on us twice and start counting today. 34-33. The crowd, for the most part, has been standing the last couple of minutes, so Charlie's went to the standing camera position.
Number 22
and they
shoots and make that
first
free
one.
throw. She had made
So
it
that
look pretty.
ties the ball game up.
Again.
It's 34-34. Laguna will have another one.
She dribbles, shoots, and makes it.
So Laguna with the lead again, 34-35. And here comes the Eunice back the other direction. 2:30 on the
Here
clock.
comes Jones on the left-hand side. She makes a move, beats her player very easily, but the ball's poked out from behind her. Laguna comes away with the steal. The score is 34-35 Laguna. Number one brings the ball top of the court. Remember, they like to waste time.
Yep.
She picks up a dribble, throws over to 32 on the right-hand side. She dribbles, gives it over to 45 on the left-hand side, top of the key. Out to number one,
Oh,
but
and
Jones past the passing lane, almost got a steal.
Yeah, Chloe jumped in that passing lane, and she got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. I thought she had it off
Me
to the
too.
races.
So Laguna ball.
2:15 remaining on the
They
clock.
use all 5 seconds. Number one comes out away with there. They throw the jump off. She goes out to dribbling wild. Give it out to number 10 with 2 minutes left in the game. Number 10 has it. They give it over to 32. 32 has it. They give it out to number one with 2 minutes left. And the defense is trying to put some pressure on. Number 45 has it. She dribbles around. She's trapped. They throw it over to 22. 22 has the ball top of the key. Denise almost got a steal, but number one has it on the left-hand side. She dribbles back at the top of the key. Hands over number 10. A minute and 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back out to 45 on the baseline. 22 has it. She gets it, throws it out. Back out to number 10 on top of the key. A minute and 35 left.
They have run
45
almost
has
a minute already off the clock during this
They're
setting.
doing a good job moving that ball around. Number one has it over here wide open. A minute and 27 left here in the fourth quarter. Score is 34-35. Number 10 has the ball. She throws it over 22. A long pass.
You got to deny your person right now.
Number 45 has it. She throws a skip pass at 32. Nobody's going to shoot here. She hands it back out to number 10 with the minute 10 left. Number one has it. And Chloe Jones
And
came
that's
out
going to be
and
4.
They wasted a minute and
A minute plus, minute 15.
easily.
Yeah. Yeah, they're up 1, and they just played keep away for probably a minute 15. And with 1:08 remaining here in the ball game, Laguna's going to go to the free throw line where they have. I think I have here that they hadn't missed any.
Shot. I concur with
They
that.
haven't missed any free throws the whole ball game. They're going to go to the free throw line with a chance. They are up 1 with just over 1 minute to go.
That being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors. Excel Energy, R360, Lasco Construction, IPS, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, Parker Energy Service, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, and Herrera's Oilfield.
You know, in this type of situation, you've got to get out there and play good, close, man-to-man defense. And even if your man gives up the ball,
Stay tight.
You stay tight. And if you give up a layup, you give up a layup. But the idea is we'll stay tight and either get a 5-second call or a steal and not allow them to keep making those passes. Every time you leave your man to go try to trap,
Now the man's
now
open.
that man's open, and now we end up chasing.
Yep.
Trying to see who this is. That's number 1. I don't have her at any free throws this game.
But you do have us as best offensive player.
Yeah,
so
that's my little notes out there.
Let's jinx her, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, like I said, they ain't missed any free throws here today. Number 1 goes to the free throw line. And she misses.
But it's rebounded by Laguna, but the ball's
It's going to be a jump ball. The arrow's going to go Eunice's way. So we jinxed her on the free throw.
It works. So Eunice is going to be inbound by Rodriguez with 1 minute and 6 seconds left. Jones brings up the ball, top of the key. She dribble drives all the way down, runs into her own play, keeps dribbling. 59 seconds left, 35-34. Throws down to Parson. Parson brings the ball down low, gives it back out to Jones with 54 seconds left. She dribbles. All up to Justin Parsons, wide open, makes a nice move, kicks it back out to Jones for a 3. She shoots, misses, rebounded by 45, kicks out to 22. 43 seconds left. She dribbles around, gives it out to number 1. Number 1 has it. She keeps the ball on the other side of the field, court. Gives it over to 22, get it past that, and she gets it past the time, like 35 seconds left. Goes over to 32 for Laguna, and she is fouled by Chloe Jones.
That's going to be 5 on Chloe, I believe.
I concur with you.
That'll hurt.
Most definitely if we go into overtime.
Yeah. So Chloe Jones is fouled out of this ball game. 31 seconds remains.
She played her heart out, little man.
They're bringing in Alondra Maureen.
She gonna go shake hands?
Yeah.
"30-second timeout called by Frazier here right before the young lady started free throws. So that being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors. Park Energy Service, BTH Service Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy. Thank you for being proud sponsors of tonight's game. So, goes down to this, Coach, 35-34. Opposing team at the free throw line. One of your best, your only point guard of the team is fouled out.
Yep.
So,
yeah, 1 point ball game. Laguna, who's been just, they have missed 1 free throw the entire ball game, and they're headed back to the free throw line.
And 32 is their only senior.
Yep. And she hasn't missed from the free throw line. Hershey, she's been like a Hershey kiss up there, automatic. Every shot that she's taken, and they're in the double bonus, so she's going to shoot 2.
Shoots the first and she misses it to back to the rim, but rebounded by Eunice, and Eunice took off to go play.
Yeah, so she's going to have another one. She missed the first one. It's the double bonus. Even our crowd is not understanding, but it's the double, so she's going to get to shoot another one.
So she dribbles, looks, shoots, and looks a little hard, but it goes all the way in. So the score is 36-34. Eunice throws the ball in, 30 seconds left. Raquel brings the ball down, top of the key. She looks. Come on, we got to do something. She picks up a dribble, gives it down to Parson. Parson makes a small move. Burns her player, shoots,
and one.
Misses a layup. Denise gets the ball, shoots it, and misses it.
Man, we just missed 2 layups. One of them we got a little bump on, but man, that girl Lee, those layups like that will kill you.
Yes, they will.
Denise Rangel will go to the free throw line. She's going to get to shoot.
With 19 seconds left, she's going to shoot the first one. She dribbles, shoots, looks, pretty. Oh,
it rattles in. It's a 1 point ball game.
No pressure.
Rangel makes the first one. There's 19 seconds on the clock. The senior will go to the free throw line.
She dribbles.
To shoot one more.
Looks. Oh, shoots. Misses. Rebound. Oh, out of bounds off Laguna. So the ball's going to stay on this side for the Eunice Cardinals.
It's a 1 point ball game with 17 seconds on the clock.
And Coach calls timeout.
Eunice is going to have the ball on the baseline. Frazier calls a timeout. He's going to have a chance to drop a play here. 1 point ball game. You get a score here, you got a chance to win it right here.
Yes, but on the court, who do you give it to?
I give it to
Parson?
I give it down low to Parsons. I mean, you can't go wrong putting the ball in Rodriguez's hands either, but ultimately you're going to try to get the ball into Parsons and let her attack the basket. Maybe she gets fouled. I mean, to me, that's where you got to go. Now, getting it in, you get it in wherever the heck you're getting it.
Sorry for laughing.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. I pick up what you're throwing down, man.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, 17 seconds, you don't have to throw it right down under the basket.
So Rodriguez going to be throwing the ball in. Parsons stays underneath. They throw it out top of the key to Denise Ranquel. She makes a couple of moves, drives towards the basket, loses the ball, and it becomes a
And it's going to be their basketball.
The jump ball is going to be Laguna basketball off a missed turnover.
Yep. Dang.
So Laguna's going to throw it in. 32 has it. She throws it down number 45, top of the key. Hands it back off 32. She dribbles. Throws it over to number 10 on the right-hand side.
Got
they got 8 seconds left. Oh! We almost got a steal, but she was fouled before she threw the ball, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So number 10 was fouled as she was throwing the ball, but Denise flew through there and almost got a steal. But it won't count in any way, shape, or form.
So it's a 1-point ball game. I was trying to see what number this is that's going to the free throw
number
line.
10, sir.
So they've 10, let's see here. 10 has not missed a free throw.
Shoots, and she misses the first
that one.
She was short. She was leaning back when she shot it. So Jimmy's voodoo keeps working up here in the stands. So Bella comes out, and Parker comes in. 7.6 seconds left. She's going to shoot her second free throw. Score is 35-36. 12th quarter shoots, makes it in. The score is 37-35. Eunice has the ball. They roll it down over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets the ball. 6.6 seconds left. They throw it over to Parker. Parker dribble drives, throws it up, misses. Rebounded by Parson, and the game is over. The game is over. We lost. Eunice has lost 35-37 here in Langston's Gymnasium. A shocker. And the Laguna players wave bye to the student section. And they go over and help our seniors up. One of our seniors and one of our sophomores. Good sportsmanship there.
Yeah.
There's a nail biter, Coach Jones.
Yeah.
We had many opportunities.
Had our opportunities.
Including that one out there.
Yep, definitely had our opportunities. You know, good season for these Lady Cardinals, very young group. Gonna be back. Hate to lose it that way. I'll be the first to say it. But, you know, here in the basically the final 8, this is a round that used to be played in Albuquerque. And so, anyway, had a chance to play this game here at home and just didn't get it done. And, you know, what can you say? At the same time, had a great season. Laguna will move on to Albuquerque this week. The Lady Cardinals will start track and softball.
Yes, sir. And if I may add, these young ladies went out there and battled, played hard. They went on a very, very good winning streak. They outperformed. They have a very good foundation, Coach.
Want to shout out to our sponsors before we call it a night. Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, and XL Energy. Any final thoughts?
No, it was a blast doing basketball. Now we got ready for baseball, unfortunately.
So that'll be it for Cardinal basketball, Lady Cardinal basketball. We'll move on to something else. The Jow Panthers play tomorrow night.
Hey, good luck, guys.
Hobbs is playing tonight. Not sure, you know, if their game, I hadn't been getting any updates, so I'm not real sure how their game is going. And then, you know, everybody will move on to Albuquerque after this. So for the No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports, I'm Jimmy Jones with Ricindo Caballero and Charlie Fairbrush on the camera saying good night, and thanks everyone for listening.